Hi guys, it's me Karen. Welcome back to my channel. We're going to do part 2 of the Fairy Celebrations by Klara Markova. And we're working on this page here. And if you watched part 1, you'll notice a tiny little difference between the sides of our little bat here. So I'm going to show you how I did this part. I was a little confused on this wing that I didn't really looked a little odd to me, so I just thought I would change the wing a little bit. Both sides were colored this way, and then I went ahead and kind of thought maybe I would try to change it a little bit, and I did it with a Posca. Okay, now both sides were colored exactly the same, like this one here with the black, the purple, and the lines. And what I did was I just took the Posca pen, and I'm going to do it for you here too. Make sure it works. Me and Poscas, well, we'll just say me and white pencils. Pens. Kind of have a hard time getting along. Sometimes they work and sometimes they don't. Okay, so I thought I'd bring a line down to the point where it was here, so I just kind of went up about here and drew a line. And then up at the top of the book, to bring a line down here, I just brought a line down. And then up here, I went up a little higher. We're going to have a little up and then a down here. You can barely see that, but that's where it is. I'll get you down a little closer. And you can see just the little line that I put right here to go up, down, and then attach it right into here. And then we'll just kind of go over it a little so that they all have a bit more white on them coming down to these areas. His hand's right there, so we do have to be a little careful there. Okay, so we have to let those dry, and we can work on something else. Okay, I'm going to touch it, make sure it's dry enough. What I'm going to do before I start getting into adding more of the white in there is I'm going to take the black pencil. This is just a Polychomos black pencil. And you'll notice that these lines now, I changed them. So all I did was go over that area with the black. Okay, took out that line. Darkened it here. Went up into this area where we have it. Because we're going to make that one a little bit different than that one there. But we have to get the darkness there. Okay, we're going to go on the outside of this line. And then I brought down our little curve here. Okay, I'm going to do the same thing here. And here. Okay, we're going to darken the outside of this. So we kind of know what we're doing. Already it's looking similar. We do have to remember we have to go back over these lines, especially in the center. Make sure they look pure white. And smooth. Okay. Now the one thing that I did that makes it look a little more creamier, smoother, and not seeing any of these extra lines, is I brought in the Prisma. And because it's a wax base, it will go over those lines quite well, and you won't see them as much. So put them in. And then we'll use our black and blend. And then we'll take it and just blend on the white a little bit. We'll bring in the mauve of the purples. And go over the tips. And bring that purple up. Okay, and we'll just keep working in between those two colors just to make sure. Put the white on top of that purple, it blends it in really nicely. Gonna have to get that blacker up there, but I also brought in the Micron 5. I don't know what it says. This is the millimeter of it. It's a fine tip. And we just went over these lines up here. We're just going to go over these again over on this side. To change up our wings. Yeah, I know it doesn't quite look as smooth as the other side, so I have to make sure I get it that way. And then we'll just take the black smooth it out there. That's why I changed his wing. I thought that would look just a little less confusing to me. And I wanted you to see how it was done. So that was it. So let's see, today we're going to be working on, but we'll finish up the houses and probably these little berry things, and I'll do a couple of these mushrooms. So next time, or part 3, we just have to do the hill background and the sky. And that is my plan, if it doesn't quite go that far. Sorry. So here we got the house, and we're going to bring out the water again. We have our pencils out all over my desk. You can hear them for the watercolors and for the polychromos to color on top of. So we have our green here. Gotta have more greens. I know I do. Okay. The olive green yellowish, earth green yellowish, and the chromium green opaque. We're going to do this moss stuff that's around here. So what we're going to do is throw in some of this olive green yellowish and kind of plop it down here and there. And around and around, and just kind of willy-nilly. No plan here. We just want moss in different colors. The earth green yellowish, and we'll throw that in. Maybe a little more on this side because the moon is shining over here. Okay, and then we'll throw in some of the chromium green opaque. I have no idea how this is going to work, but I think we have a little wood frame here. So I won't color that part. Get out the water brush and just kind of smush it all around. That was pretty easy. The other house, or I'm not sure, it does have a little porch here, but it looks to be connected to the same point of land, so the addition or second house does not have any moss on it. But we're going to throw some on the wood just to bring that color up. So I'm going to go in with the olive yellow-ish, and we're going to do some of that right in here, and we're going to put it around the door a little bit, just like this one, and then we will activate that. Kind of bring that color up a little bit. Okay. Let's see. I'm debating about this because it looks like a knot in wood. And then you go up to this area here, and it looks like it's built up in kind of dirt, or what this house is actually done like. Then we have a porch. So Karen gets all confused on this. I think we'll do this window. I'm just going to bring that olive green in over here. Put some on the ledge here. We'll throw some on this ledge too. And we will color that in. Did I say that I like these pencils? Having fun with them. Right on top of that other color. Layering is cool. We'll do this window up here too. In fact, we'll do that window over there. Looks like it has a branch here, so we'll do that part in wood. We'll do that part in wood. There we go. Get that nice little green going. And I think we need a little more color down here, so I'm going to throw a little more of that olive green in those areas. All right. The leaves. I'm going to take the Chromium green opaque. Put some down here in the base of these leaves, like every other one. If we got that one, we'll go up here and do this one, and this one. I want the leaves to have a little difference, so we'll throw in 2 colors of green here. We'll do this one first. How many of these are there? Gotta do them all the same. Although it may change by the time I'm done. Right now it's at the tip, down here at the base. Okay, then we'll go in with the earth green yellowish, and on the ones we did not put color on already, we will put color on. Maybe not all of them. A little in there. We'll put some in here. Then we'll put some of the, already lost a pencil, the olive green one in the rest. Just going to find the little ones that I didn't put anything in. Okay, I think that's it. Then we'll just come in here and activate it. That's a little too much water. And if you remember, we will go over it with pencil, so if they're not perfect, don't worry about it. We're coloring. It doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be nice enough for you to look at. And you can always remember, it was just black and white when you started, or black and cream. And adding just a little bit of color livens up the page a lot. And you have fun doing it. There we go. Berries. Yeah, we're going to worry about those a little later. Let's do get out some browns. We're going to do the doors, the window parts here. So we're going to start with, excuse me, the brown ochre. And just put some of that in here. And on the door frame, these little shutters, and this tree. Okay, all these pieces. And maybe his stepping stone there. We can add a little in here, maybe a little in here. Just play around with it. We do not want that color. That is not brown. It's violet. Thought I had the brown ones out. Maybe I only used 2 brown ones. Okay, this one is walnut brown. So we're going to stick that in there in the darker spots. And get those moving. Okay, we have the leaves up here to do. We'll get the greens back. It's fall, so maybe we'll just go with the 2 dark ones and then throw in a reddish color orangish color. Gonna go with this range. Let's see what happens. Okay, first up is the olive green yellowish. Gonna make it darker under here. Pull some of that up here. I think it's there too, or that's the roof. I'm not sure. So we'll throw some of this up on this side. If it's on the roof, it's fine. And just blend it in. Watercolor. Yeah. Okay, then we throw in some orange. Since we already have orange in on this side, we might as well accent it just a bit more. And we have that light coming in. It's a bright color. We'll throw in the, whatever this one is, Caput Mortuum Violet. And a little red in here, reddish purple. Right on top of these colors. And blend the color in while we're on the paper. So just every here and there. And maybe we'll bring in a little yellow in here. Why not? Maybe a little brown too. Okay. See what happens there. Okay, double check, make sure it's all flowing. Bring it up into the stems up here too. And just get it all blended together. Cool. Maybe a new fun way to do leaves. All right. Those are done. We'll be accenting them with some pencils, but those turned out pretty cool. Let's do a mushroom. Let's get down to the mushrooms. I'm going to do this little blob here. Okay. So we're kind of spooky. We're going to go with a bright yellow down in this area. If you have a underside of a mushroom. So get that down there on all of them. And we want to highlight, there's this big old blob sitting here, but we want to have a little bit of a highlight on it, so we'll put a little yellow on these so they're not flat colored mushrooms. But you're not going to get any real light because this piece is pretty big. It's covering it, shadowing it. Okay, we'll add a little orange in there. Little orange for a shadow. Right around the center down here. Boom, boom, boom. Put a little in there. Going in with the Caput Mortuum Violet on the sides. And I think we have, yeah, the deep red. Put put it on this one. Mix those colors up a little bit. Okay, let's see how that goes. Start in the yellow. Okay, it's pretty fun. All right, mushrooms. Not sure what these are. They could be candies, rocks, something. Just little round circles. Okay, I guess we should do the berry type things. So I just don't know what kind of berries we should do. Hold on a minute. Well, we're going to go ahead and do them kind of these colors. So make kind of an orangey color up here, especially where the moon glow hits. That's why I'm putting it on the top of them. Is that it? I thought there were more. Put in the orange glaze too. And we're going to be mixing these colors while we... There's one. I know I missed one. Throw a little yellow in there too. Just willy-nilly. They're all going to blend and mix. And the little red. This is just the dark red. And then I'm going to put a little, drop my pencils, Caput Mortuum, not the violet, just the regular. Okay, it's done. Remember where you're going. Want that as kind of the shadowy area. We'll see if it ends up being the shadowy area when I'm painting it. Okay, berries. Start kind of in the lighter area and then move yourself down and kind of blend it around the berry itself. Okay. Wipe it off when you're done with that so you're not bleeding that darker color into your light color. I'm not going to worry that it got into this leaf. Just add it in there. That one got a little too dark. It's okay. It'll be a ripe berry. There we go. Again, we'll go in with pencil, don't worry. Little candle, we're going to throw just a hint of, I can pull out an ivory here, can't I? I don't know how it'll work. A little ivory in here. Yeah, it's pretty much the color of the page. Maybe we'll do that with Posca. We have a table and a bottle inside that door. That'll be interesting. The roofs. We'll do those. At least this one. So we're going to take some of the walnut. And we're going to throw it in these dark shadow areas. And on this edge. And in there. We'll take the light brown ochre and we'll add it in there also. Just here and there. And we'll bring in a little of the cadmium orange. And a little of that ivory. See how that all mixes together. that'll lighten it up any or not. Who knows? Okay. Just gonna kind of bring that up into the other area. And bring this down. Okay, just a base coat. Make sure it's all activated. We'll do the same with the other roof. Now, some portions of this should be dry. We'll go in and color it a little bit more. Pull out some pencils. So the moss here, we're just going to bring in the olive green color pencil. Darken up some areas that we like. We'll touch some areas that we didn't get any color on. Okay. Bring in the earth green yellowish. Add some of that in. Throw some of that up here too. And then we're going to bring in some of the light chrome yellow. And just brighten up some of those spots. And that kind of dresses up our moss a little bit. So add the light chrome yellow into the brighter areas. And in our flame, okay, do the same thing up here. Don't think it's dry enough here. Going to add it into that little roof up there on the top. Okay, up here, go in with the olive. Earth green yellowish. Play around with it until you like the shading. Still too wet. Shouldn't play with that. Okay. Looking good. Do the same type of thing in here on the leaves. Darken some areas. I don't think I activated that one. There we go. That was the olive color. And this one is the earth green. We'll just add in a few of these. And we'll bring in the, what is this one? The light chrome yellow. Just brighten up those ones that are being shined on by the moon. Go in with the green and blend it in a little bit. Some of these you don't have to put the yellow in, just so you get a variation going all the way down. Just makes your eye dance around the page, which is fun. Okay, and to do the berries, if we want to get in there and add a little more color to them. Get all these colors down here so I know what I'm doing. Move the watercolors up so I don't grab those to color with. I have a very bad habit of doing that. So we'll go in with the orange glaze, and like I missed that little spot there, just run it around. Make sure all the areas are covered. And we'll work on that guy, because I made a mess out of him. Okay. And this guy. Let's see if we throw a little yellow in there. That's not going to really help. So we're going to highlight him with some white. And we let that dry, and we'll go over it with a yellow pencil. And that'll work. The only other thing is we have to do the branches. The bow. I mean, there's a whole bunch of stuff to do when you sit here and look at the page. So I'm going to take the brown I have out here. This is the walnut brown, and I'm just going to scribble it on this plastic sheet. I got that from the dollar store. It's a cutting mat. We're going to throw in some of the olive green. I think that's olive green. Okay. And I need the light blue or brown. Where is it? Over here. Okay. Some light brown. And I'm just going to take it off the palette, paint it, because it's really small there. So we're just going to wet the brush, pull a little of that up, and put a little color in here. Then go back in and get a little of the dark brown, a tiny bit of the green. And just make a tree. Branch. It's not really a tree. It's a tiny bit of it right there. Boom. And we have a branch here. So just picking up a tiny bit of color here, the dark and light, and just painting it on there. Adding a tiny bit of green in. Put a little brown in there too, in the leaves. Just up to you what you want to do. Okay, we have a big branch up there. Do the same thing. Gonna add the light. Gee, bigger creepers. Hey, how cool. It's a branch on that side too. Try not to paint the pictures on the next page. But if you do, you can be lucky and it'll be a tree. Okay, a little green. And a branch over here. Okay, anything else? That's a tree, branch, just this base here. So we're going to use those three colors and do the same thing on the base. So I'm going to start off with the lighter, goes to right about there. Give that a nice little wash across there. Go in with a little of the dark. A little of the green. Okay. The hill here, we're going to go in with the walnut. Kind of darken the side. Pull in some of the light brown. There we go. Floor of the table in here. We're going to mix the walnut with the light brown and kind of put in the floor. Okay. Table. Mix the green in with that light brown area and put a semi-gold kind of tablecloth on there. Pull that down on the floor too. Okay, bottle is going to have to be some other color, and we need a shadow back in here. Put a little more of that walnut in our door. All right. That got a little dark in there, but we'll fix it with our pencils. Candy wrapper. Candy wrapper is going to have to be red. It's cherries, or these little fruits up here, so we'll color those the same way. And then color the wrapper. Let's see, we'll throw some orange in there too. Alright, and then we get a little yellow in the guys in here, and a little green in those leaves. Okay, candy. So we'll do just a little bit more work on the roof up here. We'll fix this little berry that I muddied up. So just lightly go over that with a little yellow, or yellow. That was orange. There's the yellow. And that looks a lot better than it did. Then if you want to bring in any, I'm trying to find the colors in here that aren't watercolor. Gotta move them. This is the Caput Mortuum Violet. If you want to add a little in there for the shadows, you can. Just darken them up a little bit. So you can play with that. We'll put some of that in here too. Do all sorts of color in this roof. Okay, bring in the brown ochre. Bring in a little of the light chrome yellow. Put some of that in this leaves too. And we need some walnut brown. We're going to go around the base here in the walnut brown. Okay, and then we're going to bring up some of these lines in that too, and darken that edge. Okay, go back in with the brown. I know I have it out here. There we go, cream. Okay, I'm going to bring in a little of the where is it? Prisma white in here too, just to accent some of those long stripes I've got going in here. Then you can go back over them and knock them back a little bit so they don't look so, I'm a white prisma and a bunch of polychromos. There. We have to darken up our leaves here. Make sure we have the right colors. I'm really good at putting the watercolors back on the page when I'm not supposed to. So this is just the red. We're going to put it in a couple spots. This is just the red. This is the deep red. Okay, then we'll bring in the orange glaze. the Caput Mortuum Violet. And then we'll bring in the greens. Olive green. And the earth green yellowish. Yeah, I like those. Okay, we're going to have to add some color in here. Just a little drab. With the Caput Mortuum. All right. In here somewhere we have some dark sepia. I'm going to sharpen it. I need a sharper point. I'm going to accent the door here. There we go. Nice point on that. Now, is there not enough light here? Looks like it's getting awfully dark. Accent the lines that come and then add a few more. Okay, we'll darken under the tablecloth. Just go through here and darken some areas. Sorry, clunk, clunk. Put some lines down in here. Back up here, we're going to add it in the darker areas. I want to darken underneath those leaves. Okay, I'm going to do those in a dark yellow. Dark yellow over here. Pulling out a watercolor dark yellow. I'm going to darken those up a little. And that was, if you're wondering, because I didn't tell you, dark cadmium yellow. I'm going to throw a little of this in here too, a dark chrome yellow. And we'll throw a little orange in there too. And a little cream, if I can find that. I'm sorry, I'm getting very quiet. Don't mean to be. I need to grab some tea. Okay, we're going to take a black. I can find it. Nope, that's the watercolor. Black. Here, no. Put you over there. It's brown. You know, I was coloring with it earlier. I'm just going to outline these leaves. so you can see them better. Okay, I think that looks pretty good. We'll have to see. Try to get some just some extra lines in there. There, that's looking good. I can tell how long it takes me to do something, huh? Let's go back over those a little bit. So I'm going after kind of a straw-ish look here. Not like a straw roof, because it's more like a mushroom top, but the mushrooms that kind of look like a more of a straw type top on them. So hybrid. We're just going to add a little bit of this Caput Mortuum Violet into the roof here. Of the chimney. All right. A little of it down here. And on this side. Went out of lines, it's okay. So I'm going to do that roof the same as this roof off camera. Might fiddle around with that just a little bit more. this. Might look completely different. I don't know. Let's see. We'll add some green to this table. This is dark sepia. I tried to grab this one. Big difference between the two. And we'll have to do the bottle. Why not in purple? Here we go. Purple bottle to go with his purple wings. And a tag in the bottle. We'll do brown. We have no idea what it is. And these are going to be done in black. And the little handle done in black too. All right. We'll have glowing in the windows. The only thing I haven't done is go over the mushrooms. So we'll do a mushroom here real quick. This is the Caput Mortuum Violet. The light chrome yellow. And the orange glaze. Put Mortuum again. And just get that blended in there nicely. And a little bit of the ivory. Ivory. Okay, so they'll be done like that, each and every one of them. Maybe we'll throw a little brown in there too. And a little green, who cares? I might. Just a little bit of the brown ochre. Make them so they're not so red. It just knocks it back a little bit. We're going to erase just a little bit right here on the edges. Just make that look a little lighter there. There we go. And if we can, the little bumps I'll bring out. With the eraser there and give them a nice bumpy look. Okay, so mushrooms, the house, the leaves, the roof, berries, and these little guys. I can do that bow really quick. We're going to do it probably in red. So this is the deep red. Bring in the cream. Big boom. And then we'll bring in a deep. What do we got? Deeper red. What do we have here? I don't know if that's any darker. Well, it's dark, middle cadmium red. Just to brighten up those spots there. There. I'll do that. And his cookbook we'll do in the next part. So I think we are done. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in part 3. I'll have the roof and these mushrooms done. So we will work on the background, and we're going to paint the sky up here. Probably we'll see if we can use neo colors or something up there. So I will see you in part 3. That's what it looks like right now. Not too bad. I hope you guys are enjoying, and I will see you in the next part. Take care, everyone. Bye now.